to Snooty Podcast.
I got a couple. Can I name a couple?
Man, you can name as many as you want to.
So, this is gonna sound crazy, maybe cringe or cliche, but I'm very big into women's sports. You know, I feel like they don't get enough attention or love that they should. And so my goal as a sports reporter is to give everybody the same equal amount of love. And that's what I like to do for women's sports. So my very first women's sports story was called Title IX Then and Now. And I had interviewed the assistant athletic director from Albany State. And she was around during like the very first time Title IX became a thing. Just basically like no discrimination among women in any sport. And I had interviewed her. She gave me a great story. And I felt like I put together a very, very good story. Another one I did was the first time I ever went to an Atlanta Hawks game. It was on MLK Day, and I made a great MLK Day piece. It wasn't just about the Hawks. It was about, you know, why the Hawks play on MLK Day. And most recently, probably the Atlanta Dream. It's a very nice atmosphere to be at. I wish you were able to go to one of those games. I know you missed out on it, but when you get to an Atlanta Dream game, you'll see like, man, this is just as fierce as a Hawks game or as like a Braves game.
You know, this kind of poetic justice, because I remember when I was with you and with the camera, you let me do my actual first shot at Chris Academy.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember in my live shot that I had to talk about the women's softball team.
Hello, hello, hello. As you can see, I'm in the land of the Chris Academy as they're looking to get the win over Grace Christian Academy. Halftime, it'll be a ring ceremony for the softball team. But we're going to see if Chris Academy can get their second win of the season.
So it just makes sense for you to always want to bring, like today when you did your show, like you said, Women's Friday.
That's right.
So, like,
Female Friday.
Female Friday.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, you're always going on with the ladies and putting on for the ladies. I really respect that.
Yeah, and I hope they appreciate that too. Like we go up for women's sports here more so than anybody else, I want to say. So I appreciate that, you know, the women's side gets as much love as the men's side do.
So for your opinion, what does CBS 44 represent for you?
Shoot, man, I don't know. I'm just here to collect the check, honestly. No, what does it represent? That's a good question. I guess growth, in a way. You know, it's all a learning experience here. You know, everybody's. I don't want to sound like crazy, but this is kind of like a next step. You come in here, put together something good, and then you leave. And it sucks to say something like that, but this is a good start. And I don't think I would have gotten any sort of experience anywhere else. So I can't take this place for granted. They gave me the opportunity to be who I am now.
Let me see, watch real quick. You ain't got to take. Let me see. So maybe 10 years down the road, you know, it's a lot of tits
This doesn't work, by the way.
Yeah, let him tell you. What is your plan 10 years down the road, Mr. Furlow?
10 years. That's actually a good time frame, because in 10 years, my goal is to be on a major sports network. And I wanted to start off on ESPN, but you know, there's been a lot of layoffs, a lot of people. Yeah, so a lot of discrimination I've been hearing, but my goal is to be on a major sports network, because I feel like sports in news is kind of dying off. We always get like the last block, I want to say. We only get like a couple of minutes. So I feel like if I go to a major network that only caters to sports, like ESPN, like SEC Network, like NFL Network, like, you know, Fox Sports, CBS Sports, then I can get more time to shine.
So what's your favorite sport to cover?
My favorite sport to cover? Oh, it's got to be football. Yeah, I know more about football than any other sport. So.
You a Madden player? You play Madden in video games?
I think the last Madden I played was Madden 15. I think that was the last best Madden. I don't think you can.
15 was pretty good, but
yeah.
I'm gonna take a guess. You can let me know if I'm wrong. I think the first system you probably had was Sega.
That sounds about right. A
Yeah.
Genesis?
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds about right. I used to crush Tomb Raider on the Gen. Yeah.
This game was lit. Yeah. So you're more like a You like more like Grand Theft Auto? You more like a one player like Zelda, Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
You got to have like a team. Okay.
Yeah, well, you know, I have my 2Ks, I have my Maddens, I have my MLB The Shows, but if I ever want to just sit down and casually game, yeah, I'll play Zelda, I'll play Harry Potter, I'll play Star Wars, you know, nerd out.
So I know like when you be doing shows like in the studio, like your personality is just out. Like Ricky could be sitting here being serious. And, so I'll see you tomorrow, and you'll be like right behind him, like doing things like that. Like, how did that come about?
Well, being here, and I think everybody who's, you know, from Albany can vouch for this, but, you know, Albany's not the best place to live. So it's one of those things where it's just like, you know, when all you hear is crime and murder and all this stuff, it's just like, let's liven it up a little bit. And I feel like sports is the only segment, you know, besides weather, that where you can be lively. Right. So that's what I kind of like try to squeeze in to the newscast, is just being a little bit live and, you know, raising everybody's spirits.
So when the Braves win the championship and raise everybody's spirits, what you gonna be doing this year? So this is the time you're gonna walk away? Oh my goodness. Now, but seriously though, I'm gonna let you go with this right here. What do you want the legacy of Reese Furlow to be when somebody's reading the book on you, or just overall looking into your life?
Man, honestly, I just want to be remembered. You know, I want to go out knowing like I didn't cause any controversy. I just want people to know, like, when I'm done, I gave it my all and I was great at it. I just want to go out as the greatest of all time.
For sure. So, and also I want to tell you that I really appreciate you guys letting me be on the team. Everybody in the studio, everybody's always nice to me, shake my hands. They actually gave me a key so I can actually like go in here at 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, don't do it at 2 a.m.
Okay.
That alarm will go off.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. But I want to say, you know, thank you again. And when I get here, I'm going to be a good part of the team.
Be a star,
and
man.
Just be a team player, man. That's all I really want to do. But it's been Rodney Snooty Washington with the sports director, Reese Furlow. And I'm going to try to, like, convince him to come be a Falcon fan or something like that.
That's not happening.
Fair enough. But it's been fun, and we here, and we out.